Okie dokie. I'll share it in the chat.
Yep, I won't start until we got people watching. Because Stephen is really good at communications. You managed to find it?
Hmm?
Have you posted the stream up?
I've already posted that.
Okay.
I don't know why, but Stephen keeps saying people not to ready up. I think we're having it on reduced safety cars. In the chat.
Yeah, well...
On standard.
Well, Stephen has put ready up, so...
He doesn't decide that, I think, but whatever. Actually, no, he is host, so yeah, he does decide that, actually.
Right.
I don't know why people ask me.
Yeah, it's not like I'm gonna know. Right. But either way, hello and welcome to FRL Live round 4 of season 12 of the F2 Championship. You're probably wondering why this is not in the main channel. Well, basically, we are having technical difficulties. Don't worry, it's nothing to do with me, as it was last season with multiple races. We're just having technical difficulties of actually getting on the stream itself to, by the confirm wise. So, nothing to do with me. It's just, let's say, their internet. That people have to confirm it. So we have to do this on my channel for now, but hopefully it won't be makes no difference from you guys watching at home. Obviously, my name is Michael F1 for this commentating, and alongside me is the happy chappy himself, Mr. Charlie. Hello, Charlie.
You almost called me the happy chappy child himself, didn't you?
Yeah, pretty much, because you're always happy and jolly, and you're happy to be a part of this. So, yeah, how are you doing?
Is it opposite day or something?
Well, do you want me to call you Grumpy? Because you're always grumpy anyway. I mean, I can get T-Hawk in, because he just sounds like the Terminator.
No.
Oh, that's rude. T-Hawk, are you hearing this? As O. Stevens in the chat. Hello, O. Steven. Hope you do well. And it looks like it's
no. I said no to him not commentating.
No, O. T-Hawk, I'm sorry. I'd like to have you here, but I have to have this little grumpy socks. I'm telling you straight, you're a little grumpy socks when it comes to commentating. Right there, here's a little Mars bar. Just chill out. Okay.
Have you got your soundboard like you said you would have this week?
I can load it up, but I do have a little thing going on. As Stephen asked, where yeah, I think he's already found the stream. But yeah, it looks like I have a cloudy day going on, but I do have a little thing. obviously the people watching, I'm just going to play a little for the. This is for the older generations, and I want to see who actually stays and watches the stream until the end. If they can give me an answer to this lovely little theme tune that I might have to say, but I have to save that to later because it is a sprint race this evening, first of the season. And it looks like it's YouTuber in the lead, followed by Uri and Ivo, swapping places in the top 3. Oh, Stephen keeping them for company though in P4. As we see Cassidy retire. As JB is comfortably there in P5 and P6 for Ballboy. Obviously championship leader down in P7, now moved himself into P6. Got a lot of straight line speed. Not a very good start of the lap for him. As Uri and Ivo, pretty much the top 3 are just swapping places, pulling away from O Steve and the I Imagine site. But yeah, it's all neat and tidy so far. Obviously, YouTuber hitting the apexes very nicely, keeping the car very nice and stable. Around the track, it's pretty much a test circuit compared to all the other tracks we got in the calendar. A lot of runoff areas. So we shouldn't really have too many safety cars compared to last week with lots of front wings about. But here we go. Uri coming up to the line in first place. Would he stay there to the line? And he does with a 30.4. As oh no, was that Evo gone pole?
Ivo. There's Ivo who took pole.
Yeah, that quick gone up. Well, it seemed everyone was not that far away from each other, despite just having a one-lap quali. And that is your top 3, which is Ivo, who sneaky just got it on the last pit straight there with McLaren, followed by YouTuber and Uri. That's your top 3, followed by Gamer, JB, Texrex, our championship leader, and his teammate Sano in P7, followed by Ballboy, Racker, and O Steven, which is your top 10. Obviously, I'll go scroll down just in case we do have a restart. And that is it. So I don't know what to expect from this race because obviously it is a sprint race at the minute. Who do you think is going to come out in the sprint race at least?
Oh god, I didn't even get a look. In the sprint, I think it'll be Geis to win it, Ivo second, and then Yuri third. But unfortunately, like what we had last season, there's been a driver that's forgotten their setup because someone decided to ready up straight away, which I do believe. Whenever we have a sprint weekend, I think there's a rule now where we have to wait a certain amount of time for everyone to actually get their setups. So I'm not sure if there will be a restart or anything, but by the looks of things, I don't think there is.
Well, someone's ready up immediately. Texrex did leave the session though. I believe that's just a connection issue. They can rejoin. He's in P6 at the minute.
Yeah, he did have red bar. He did have red bar in the lobby, so I think his connection's a bit off today.
Well, that's very unfortunate. Hopefully he can get that fixed to maintain his championship. I believe he's leading the championship by 20 points to his teammate, followed by Edzax, only a point behind him in the championship standings with the top 3, followed by Ballboy and Cassidy, which would be your top 5. Quite a lot drivers very close to each other between P2 and P8, I believe. But yeah, it's going to be a very interesting one. Let's get all the tyres up and all these going on. Because I'm tell you, believe it or not, I actually forgot it was a sprint race this evening. As you see, Edzax and the Ferrari getting disqualified. Oh, Scar! Oh dear.
And more.
That's not good. There's a big train between JB and Texrex.
Well, Texrex is back, definitely.
Yeah, let's just go on board. He's still a ghost on my screen.
So you can't take control of your car under formation lap, so he'll have to wait until the actual race starts.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, this is all for you that probably watches the stream to the end. for the older listeners, I want to see if you can actually guess this theme tune. Just keep your mind thinking at rest.
Is it copyrighted?
Actually, yeah, fair point. Let's have a look.
Yeah, because Stephen got us a copyright claim a few seasons ago, if you can remember.
Oh yeah,
And I don't think we want that again.
you know what? Yeah, fair point. I take the risk. Well, it didn't. I'm not going to pay it
It's your
off.
channel anyway.
Yeah, it is my channel, but obviously it's not my league. Funny enough. But hey, we move on. But Ivo has come up to the starting line for the sprint race. Quite a long way ahead of YouTube and You're Right. Followed by Gera. Red Bulls are doing having a good, well, quality run. But let's see if they have a good sprint race. Only 9 laps for this sprint race, and it'd be quite interesting who comes on top. Top 3 predictions, go. Okay, I think he died, but I'll probably go for Uri because he had very good pace in the last race, and Sano, and go for Reckler. That would be my top 3. And I think he still died. Charlie, are you back?
No, I'm back now. I just had to go on mute real quick.
Okay,
But
well,
I already said my prediction. It was Guy, Ivo, then Yuri.
okay, well, lights out, and away we go for the French Grand Prix. Very good start from the Mercedes. It looks like it's Ball Boy for going up in P7. That is teammate. Side by side for P3. There looks like contact in the back. Yeah, and there was the Haas, McLaren, and Williams as well.
Oh, front wings going off.
Stephen is dropping down the field slightly, down in 11th. Got passed by Ed Zacks for P10. Rattler's, everyone's got cold tyres at the minute by the looks of it. Struggling to put the power down. But it looks like Ivo is hold position, but very close by YouTuber. We're seeing Alpine in the background warming up his tyres still, so tyres are still very, very cold at the start of this race. But it seems, apart from the crash at the beginning, it looks like everyone's made it far cleanly. Cassidy's goes through on Evil Zook, and Uri and JB swap positions by the looks of it. And Rackler's just gone on the inside. Tex Rex, the championship leader's had a bit of a moment.
It's because of his connection. His connection's very bad. He's all over the place.
Well, we'll stay on board with host Steven to have a good view of the connection issue if we can.
Ooh.
All 3 abreast in the last corner. Yeah, Van Dingen got sandwiched by Cassidy and O'Steven. Hopefully he hasn't got any damage. Ivo is still in the way. As Tex Rex has fallen down to 11 again, trying to get his position back. Despite his connect. Oh dear.
I think he's disconnected. Oh.
No, he's still going, but
it's because of his connection. He can't see any of the drivers, I think.
Well, he was 1 minute fine, and then literally a second later, he was into another dimension by the looks of it. As we see, the Red Bulls got a little bit close encounter up front. P3 and P4.
Yeah, they swap.
Yeah, oh, a little bit of tail slap from. Yep. As who's that? And that's Sano.
Neil Sano.
Yeah, and he hasn't got connection issues, I don't think, and that was just. I think he just made contact with someone, so Alpine are not having a good start at the minute, leading the Constructors' Championships. And it looks like side by side behind with Van Dingen and Cassidy. Still going side by side. Great camera angle, and Van Dingen just gets ahead. But Cassidy goes around the outside. Oh, yes, he has. Probably dropped it on the curb, on the exit, or during the corner. Who knows? He's lost the position. It's down to 10th now. And I believe he was.
Cassidy's gone round.
Yeah, it could have been a dive bomb, and he's down there with Tex Rex, who is fine disconnected on my screen.
Yeah, he's disconnected again.
As you see, YouTuber is still on the back comfortably with Uri. Still got pretty much a full battery. So is Ivo as well, 100%.
Wow.
That's impressive, actually. So they're taking it very cautiously, despite being being a sprint race. Cassie gets past the Texture X, but he is obviously a
VIP.
ghost as well.
JB's out of battery.
Yeah, as Gamer is right behind him, using the battery, I believe, on exit, and he's alongside him, back up to P3. He went purple in the middle sector, so he must have very good straight line speed. But let's see if he can catch the front two ahead that are getting really close to comfort, but not really fighting too much, so they're just gonna wait out. But it seems like the top two are going through. The third and fourth are having their own little battle with Rattler just behind them. And
Oh
Ball
my!
Boy.
That was not good from Nilsano there. In the, I believe, third to final corner, he was defending off Michael Van Dongen and just completely forced him off the track as Rattler gets a 3-second time penalty, which I think we're going to be seeing a lot of those in the future race, because this is a track where track limits can be a huge problem for a lot of the drivers.
Ooh, and we see the Red Bull behind of Uri. He's trying to get some positions, but he's falling down the order slightly. He's getting overtaken by Williams that's got front wing damage, and that's Ferrari fan who got on the podium last time out in Belgium. He's not having
the lead.
Oh, yep. Sorry, I missed that, ladies and gentlemen. But that's the change for the lead. YouTuber up into first. Yellow sector flags.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Evil Zeke's got past Scar for 14th. And we've got the Delta thing on properly. There you go. Right. That's why I couldn't see much drivers. I had the gap to leader, not gap to driver basically. But as you see, Cassidy, Scar and Gamer going side by side. Again for 16th and 15th. Scar's falling down a little bit. Might have damage. But Ivo's keeping YouTuber for company, so I think it's going to be a 2-horse race between the pair of them.
Is he going to go for it? He's going to backpack out.
Yep, save tyres. YouTuber is trying to catch up, which I think he is 1.5 seconds behind, with JB carrying along behind him, with Rattler as well. So we're having some very few interesting battles. There's a spinner at the last corner, and it looks like it's Cassidy, and I think he's gone in the pits, I think.
He has no setup, so that's definitely not going to help him at all. So, yeah. Well, Nilsano, I think, is round again, and he is, and so is Michael Van Dongen.
Oh, there's things about... yeah, they were quite close to each other a few laps ago, and he's got damage as well, Van Dongen, so there's could be contact between the pair of them. So then... as we have a battle for P11. Gamer's got on the power too on the curb, and he spun himself round. So he's not going to be fighting for points for the sprint race, unfortunately. As Ferrari and Evil Zook.
Thought that was
Ferrari fan is being quite aggressive to hold this position. He has got damage front wing, but I don't know if Evil Zook is realising that, because he is getting pushed out the way. Either way, he's not going to be happy with that. As Steven is trying to get back himself comfortably in the points. He's in P9 at the minute, so he's made up one position from his start. Terrible start at lap 1. See if we can get the Ferrari for 8th place. As Exac is trying to get Ball Boy for P6. Didn't have the best qualifying, but he's making up for the sprint race. As Rackler making the move for P4, JB. JB doesn't put in much of a fight, he didn't have any battery to defend. So
He also
Rackler's
has
having
Fenway.
yeah, but I think he should be okay because he's got the gap to Ball Boy at least. I think that's what his main concern is. So he's having a very good race, but I think Rackler's having a better one as O. Steven has got past the Ferrari, but Ferrari's coming back on him, but with no battery to his name, nor is O. Steven, so they're very similar apart from you're alright, he's trying to get back the positions as much as he can.
Oh, and Rappler, he's round.
No, after making the move on JB and now he's fallen down to 7th, he's going to lose that place as well.
Oh,
Good defensive move, but I think
but
Uri's done
Yuri.
this. Yeah, he's done the switchback on the Ferrari to get the inside for the multiple corner, but if the
Gets it.
Ferrari holds on the outside to make it the inside.
Oh, there's been a collision, I think, between Ferrari Fan and Evil Zook. Them two are obviously battling for, I believe it was P11. And I think Ferrari Fan defended a bit too harsh on Zook there. Now it's obviously it was getting very frustrating if he retires in the pit lane.
Yeah, well, he entered the pits and obviously Evil Zook was a few corners behind, even though Lapago who's right behind them, so I think they had collided. But now Rackler is on the move again, trying to get back probably to P5 with less than 3 laps to go, and Uri's did a 360
Yuri.
before the back straight. So unfortunately, he's not going to make up any positions unless he gets in with that 3-second penalty to the Ferrari. But Scott is trying to hold off the other Ferrari, but it's down the inside.
Stays there for now.
Yep. That's Van Dingen is get up penalty as well. Again, not a very good start with the Aston Martin parent. But you're alright. Ivo, sorry, is still keeping the race leader intact with that 1 second. And he's got DRS as well. Yeah, very big amount of battery, despite having the big lead over Gamer, who's only on 14%. So they've done master with the battery strategy here. As you see the McLaren behind, the wooden spoon spinning around. So he's not going to be very happy. Luckily, it is only a sprint race. I think only the top 8 gets points.
Yeah, they get points.
But they don't get a huge amount of points, so it's still all the race counts.
Oh.
As Gamer gets a penalty now, and the penultimate lap, JB is just in range of getting that 3rd place on the grid, it seems. But Edzax for P5 on Ball Boy. Probably won't get him this one, but he might get him on the penultimate lap. But Ball Boy has the battery to defend this time around. Brandon gets the fastest lap. I'm not sure if fastest lap actually counts
you don't
in
get
the sprint.
A point for the fast lap in the sprint.
Yeah, sprint rise, I don't think it counts. On the actual race, I think they do. Yeah. Whatever position. Yeah, Ezak is right all over the back of Ball Boy. And it looks like Isano go for another daily spin.
Oh.
And it looks like Texrex is back in his car. But they're both out of the point zone, so they've got a lot to do in the main race. As Evil Zook shows down the inside of the championship leader. And Texrex is taking it very cautiously. As Scar gets a 3-second penalty to his name. There we go. On the last lap now. Already. Ivo is right at the back of YouTube. YouTube's got more battery, but they still got a lot between them. Gamer seems to be settled for P3 as he's broke out the 3 seconds with JB. As all Evil Edzax is trying to make a move on Ball Boy before the back straight.
Ivo's too far, I think. And Gamer and Gaius has more battery than him. I don't think Ivo's gonna be able to get him in time.
Yeah, and YouTube is using it to cover on this second back straight. as Tex Rex loses more positions now. And I think he's literally at the wooden spoon. And I think they made contact unless he gave the position back. Not too sure. But YouTuber is still holding on. So it looks like he's going to be on pole for the main race. Ivo tries to close the gap. I don't think it's going to be enough.
Guys, his YouTube's fuel flash is on. Hopefully doesn't run out.
No, it looks
Anyway,
like it's all good.
Sprint race.
Yep, he wins the sprint race with Ivo second and Gamer third. JB in P4 for the race. I think he should be really happy with that. Ballboy especially in P5. Ed Sachs in P6, very closely followed by Rackler after his spin. I think he knows he could have done so much better with O. Steven in P8. Uri in P9 and Mr. Mark in
Mr. Marks.
Mr. Max literally got it in P10. As we still probably see no, that's it. As look at the Alpines down in 14th and 15th. I mean, granted, Texas has got some connections issues, but I don't know what Sarno's excuse is. They don't clearly have the pace right now.
No, just struggling, I guess. Well, I got my prediction right a bit. I got top 2 right, and well, Red Bull on the podium, but the wrong one.
And Texrex has got driver of the day by probably his connections issues, so he might get driver of the day for that, but I'm not sure about in-game. But that is your top 10 reminder. YouTuber is on pole for the main race, followed by Ivo, Gamer, JB, Bullboy, Edzax, Rackler, O. Steven, Uri, and Mr. Merch. So that's your top 10. Mercedes are doing pretty well. I think the Red Bulls could be a very good feature of this race as long as Uri keeps it on the road. You need to watch out for the Alpine drivers though, coming through the field. Despite him spinning out and mainly being at the back most of the race, Gamer has got himself into P13. But Cassidy and Ferrari both retire in the pit, so they will be in last place, 19th and 20th. But it still could be all change. We don't know what the actual race is going to be like. It could be raining.
I hope not.
No, it's not. Hopefully we won't get those little glitches that we did last week with the front wings all over the place and have safety cars out.
I mean, on this track, it's very rare to get a safety car because, well, there's not really a lot of places to crash.
Yeah, I mean, you can lose it on the exit of turn 2. You can get safety cars from there. And maybe the long right-hander in the last sector, which you could lose it there to end up having a safety car. So there's 1 or 2 opportunities, but very rarely. And plus, there's no grass or gravel, so you shouldn't really lose control with that much. But we just have to wait and see because it is FRL. Anything can happen. But here we go on the formation lap for the actual race. 27 laps ahead of us with YouTuber on pole. Let me get the race, the tyres up. And it looks like just by your voice there, it sounds like someone's not made a very good decision. And as we can see, Sano is on the softs. I think he's trying to redeem himself, or maybe hopefully thinking there will be a safety car, which he could go to mediums, if there is an early safety car, of course, which might be the better opportunity, but he does need that safety car to work. But the majority of the field is on hard tyres, apart from Gamer, who's the lead and medium runner in 13th. Followed by Evil, Zook and Cassidy, the only medium runners, despite Sano, the only ones on softs in P15, sorry.
Yeah.
So this could be very interesting. We haven't got any wet weather to interfere, we hope. But this could be a very good race. Hopefully it won't be a simple one for the top two. Hopefully someone else can join that battle. And who knows? Maybe a safety car just to lighten the mood. Who knows? You were saying?
I've lost my train of thought now.
Oh dear. Well, I tell you what, let's give you a moment. It'll come back to you. Unless you're tired, you're just having one of those days. Back at school, you know what it's like.
Not back at school yet.
Oh, he's not back at school yet. Look at this guy. Most people are, but he doesn't because he's got his butler to teach him. There you go, butler's back. I had to get my words straight.
I hate you.
I'm drinking coffee at the same time now, and my words could be very slender. But here we go. You're right, and Ivo very close together. It looks like they're staring each other in the eye, going into their pit box. Make sure it's all perfect. Looks like it is, but it looks like Ivo's a little bit closer. No one's jumping the start just yet. Looks like it's all clean. So yeah, which I think on this game you can do a Fernando Alonso going outside your pit box, which will be very smart tactics. But here we go. I'm gonna go probably with the YouTuber Ivo and Sano top 3.
Let's go with YouTube, Ivo, and Ballboy.
Right, there we go. And lights out, and away we go. We didn't really see any lights out on my screen, but away we go. It looks
wide.
4 wide for second place. Is anyone going to get through safely? Oh no, the Haas JB.
Ivo's round.
No, so is JB as well in P4. Where's Ivo? Oh, it's a mess.
Oh my.
Well, 5 abreast, 4 abreast still at the back of the field there.
He can get that removed.
Yeah, it looks like Alpine has just squeezed the Ferrari fan in the Williams. As all we see spin it, and it's Cassidy.
Yep. Actually, Ballboy's in a bit of a mess now because you can't remove that 5-second time penalty. He's going to have to serve that in the pit lane, obviously.
Yeah, unfortunately, he will have to serve in the penalty, and so he can't get that removed. But now he has to deal with it for now.
The IP took the lead.
As you're right, has just taken the lead. And Gamer, wow, started from P3 on the grid. Has taken the lead inside the first lap, and Cassidy gets a penalty as well.
And Ferrari fan has a spin.
Yeah, and I think Cassidy is trundling to a halt. He's not really using any power. As we see, Gamer trying to get a move on Edsax, I think, but Edsax is making a pounce on the Ferrari, but Mr. Martz is holding his position. He's got super straight line speed in that Ferrari. He's got no ERS available, so he's got a super straight line speed. Ivo is trying to get his P2 back, but he's got Ratcliffe for company, who he was not slow in the sprint race, so he should be up there himself. But what a crazy start on the first lap. Yellow flags in sector 3. Yeah, I think that's Cassidy trundling into the pits, and I think that's curtains done for him already.
Yeah.
Right, the top 2 are strongly pulling away from your right, who had a brilliant start in P3 now. And he was in P8, I think, or P9. Either way, very good start. Rackler has gone past Ivo. Very clean move on the outside to make the inside of the corner. Yeah, I know Steven is going to pounce on him. Not using overtake though. Ivo season. And he holds position well. There's Alpine behind, and it's Sano.
Sano on the
and
soft.
he is on the softs as well, so I think those tyres could be done when you're spinning on the softs, especially. That could be just it already, so we might have to make the early pit stop probably in 2 laps time.
The temperatures on those softs meet over the roof already, I bet.
Yeah, and he's trying to make amends.
It's Merckx. He's gone round in the final corner.
Wow, down to 17th already. I think he was in P5 where Edsax was. So all yellow flags in the third. I think that was Cassidy's ghost. So it was just retirement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cars are still very close together. In lap 3 now, so we're going to see probably 1 or 2 overtakes.
VIP went off the track, and I think that's going to open a hole for Geist to possibly try overtake him now. They're both using the battery, but Geist gets ahead. Oh, bit of a nudge. And Gamer Banana overtakes Edzak for P5.
Yeah, I was on board with them two for P5. Good move from Gamer. What a brilliant start from him. Despite the sprint race, he's absolutely flying. Hopefully he can keep his position. His teammate can follow suit as well. But Rackler is still on a charge as well. As you see Sano still having those soft tyres work for him. Gone past the Williams driver, and he's trying to make the move on the other Ferrari driver. He's still got tyre life. But how long for is the question. Probably they can go for 6 laps and star spins on the exit of probably the 4th to last corner. I think he made contact with someone because he was a long way off the circuit itself, as YouTuber puts the fastest lap time in a 34.9. But look, I missed. Gamer was already in the lead. Oh, we actually missed the overtake for the lead.
No, we didn't.
Did we not?
Last lap. No.
Oh, I can't. I'm not really with it today. I still need to drink more coffee. But YouTuber leads, but with Gamer with a 3-second penalty though. So he has to deal with that throughout the race. With Yori, his teammate, is in sight for that P2. Obviously, Wallboy in P4, but he has got that 5-second penalty that he will have to serve. Rackler putting the pressure on Edzak. But Sano is still trying to get past the Ferrari. Contact on the back of that Ferrari. Yeah, I think Sano might have damage to that. There was a big wreck behind the Ferrari driver. Still not, there's no gap, but there's only just over a second between most of the drivers in the field, so they're very all consistent. This Ferrari fan gets a 3-second penalty. He's not having a good race compared to last week. Still down there in 16th. He's still got a front wing though, which is a bonus compared to the sprint. He hasn't got the battery to challenge at the minute, but we see who is going to challenge is Gamer. Is he going to make the move? No, he's not. Speaking of Gamer, the other Gamer in the McLaren has got the fastest lap so far with a 34.7, 2/10 quicker.
He is on those mediums, obviously. He'll also box probably 3 to 4 laps more early, but to be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if the hard runners probably box about lap 14, because to be honest, the mediums can go quite long on this track, believe it or not. So if they box quite early, I wouldn't be at all surprised.
So basically, the mediums are the new softs and the hards are the new mediums.
I guess.
Yeah,
VIP.
compared to last, yeah. And it looks like Ballboy's actually closing into Yori's position, only over a second between. Again, he's got the 5-second to contend with, but he's doing a brilliant job so far. Probably after the 5 seconds, he will be behind Ivo as it stands.
The gap was about 7/10 on the last lap, so if anything, Yori's actually pulling away from him.
Yeah, I'm on about 3 laps ago when he was quite a long behind, but it looks, unless Yori made a little bit of a mistake, then he's just putting that gap he is, and he is putting about 2/10 in that last sector. But Gamer is putting the pressure on Ballboy. In the McLaren, but he hasn't got the battery to defend. Ballboy has. But the McLaren has not got the best straight line speed by the looks of it either. So he's going to be having his work cut out there. Especially Ballboy that is on the hards and he's on the mediums. As we look further down the field, Sano is dropping Actually, no, he made the move on the Ferrari and he stayed out on those softs, so good progress, but surely those softs are going to be dying now. We're on lap 6, and
They'll be overheating. For
yeah,
sure.
I'm pretty sure they are past their best right now, and he's trying to get in that second window of Van Dingen. But
Ferrari fans come round.
yeah, lap 6, and they're still all pretty bunched together, which is very surprisingly. As Ivo is not breaking away from O'Steven. O'Steven's giving him company for now. But he has got like 40% of battery compared to O'Steven's 20%, pretty much. But he's still doing a very good job of sticking with Ivo. Very comfortably indeed. But he's got Tex Rex behind him just waiting for if there's any mistake, because they are very, very close together. As Scar gets past the Ferrari, pretty much for the near the wooden spoon, and the Ferrari fan has become the wooden spoon in the last sector, going wide. Probably lost the back end and spun. Either way, he was very much off circuit.
Keep an eye on Yuri here, because he gained 5/10 on Geis on the last lap. So Yuri could possibly join the battle for the lead, as for fan retires in the pit lane.
Yeah, and so unfortunately JB is now the new wooden spoon, despite starting on 4th.
He's gone round.
Yeah, he's gone round, and I think he didn't get DRS either in the DRS detection. So yeah, I think he just spun it on exit, and he just gave YouTube a very big breathing space here. As you see, the McLaren getting past Ballboy here down the inside.
Can he make it stick?
Yes, he does. Yeah, he does. But he's got the battery to hold it. Ballboy knows he's low on battery, and he's coming back on him just on pure pace alone. Yellow flag, sector 1, and that's just Ferrari fan. He's going to go around the outside.
No.
No, but if he stay close, he might retake that position in the next DRS zone. But yeah, that's just giving YouTuber a massive gap now, literally 4 seconds now. As we see, Sano has now dropped the pace now.
Yeah, VIP had a moment on the entry in the final corner. He had a big snap of oversteer.
And there's team orders at Red Bull, clear as day, right there. I think Gamer knows he's got a penalty. He doesn't want to be holding his teammate too much, so he might just let him go. And you said about a lap ago he was about to join in that fight for the lead. Now let's see if he actually gets that job done as Tex Rex gets past O'Steven. So O'Steven it's just dropping back ever so slightly. Scar gets another 3-second penalty. Not the first time in this sprint / main race. But O'Steven looks like he's going to try and get back at Tex Rex here. Don't think he will.
Now Sano's had a spin.
On fresh tyres as well. Yeah, he's going to be very cold tyres. So he must be trying to go to the end on these hard tyres. 4.3 now, the gap to the lead. With Uri trying to get his momentum back. Dragging Gamer with him. I think that's what his strategy is, to see if he can use Uri to pull himself away with that 3-second buffer. Speaking of 3 seconds, the Williams driver's got another 3-second penalty, down in 14th, chasing down by Scar. So, very lonely race. Does someone else has joined to the pits? No, that's just my camera angle. But it looks like there's a good battle just for P8. Dan Woods. Yeah, Pezraka got past Ballboy now. Ballboy is himself struggling to get his pace going, who was pretty handy in the sprint race, I believe. I think side P7 overall. But in the main race, he hasn't got it at the minute. Yeah, he is on hard, but so is Rackler. And he looks like he's flying around the circuit. He's quite good round here. But he just needs the results to match it. And now, Tex Rex is trying to go down the inside, switched it on the outside. Doesn't work. Ivo sees that coming.
Tex Rex looks to be a bit quicker on the straight. Is he going to go for it?
Oh, tank slapper. Somehow he managed to keep that. And he lifted off as well, so hopefully he doesn't get a warning. Tex Rex takes a very wide line, testing the track limits to get a better exit. And it does not work for him because of the dirty air of Ivo. So this will be happening as JB gets past for P816. And this is only for P8. So I don't know if this should have been a much better position or not, as Tex Rex is still putting the pressure on Ivo. Ivo is not budging whatsoever, not phased, and he gets a brilliant exit out of turn 2.
He got about for P3 now, as Gamers managed to actually find his way into VIP's DRS now.
Yeah, both Gamers are going to battle up for P3 on track. And yeah, it looks like VIP Gamer is struggling a little tad as we just got the overtake of Tex Rex and Ivo. As always, Aston Martin spun. Yeah, I thought I did see it. It's Van Dungen. Did see him in the background going sideways. And he was in that battle as well. Now he's down to P13. He's let Evil Zook drop into 11th. Which is having a quiet race so far. But it's slowly making progress. He's got OC ahead of him. He is on the mediums though, so he should still have progress. And oh dear.
You jinxed him.
I probably won't watch him anymore because I know he does watch the stream. So my bad, Evil Zook. I take blame for that entirely. Don't report me. I'm just doing my job. As both gamers are still very close to each other. As Uri has closed that gap a little bit, but I'm not sure if YouTube is just holding back by looking at his battery. I think he is. 100% battery compared to Uri's 14. So I think he's just taking it very cautiously, which is well done. As Tex Rex and Ivo and Steven is still in this 1 second battle for P8, which is fantastic racing from his point of view. As Tex Rex, I think he lost her on the exit and just gave Ivo the position for P8, and he's got DRS as well.
Must have.
So yeah, that was surprising. It didn't look like he lost any momentum like Overseer was, but it looks apparently he did. So he's got to do all that work again because Ivo is no slouch. He will fight for the position. He won't be flying off the road. As very late move, but as Ivo has left the space, Tex Rex demanding for that position back, and he does get it back eventually. But, that was a very risky move from Tex Rex. It looks like he's going to lose the. Oh, he's in the pits.
He went off the track trying to get to pit lane, because obviously across the white line, you get a penalty. So drivers are probably going to struggle with the pit entry tonight, because normally you wouldn't have to actually take that line on this game, but with our rules, you have to, unfortunately.
Yeah, now you pointed that out. The stewards might want to see that from him. As he comes out of the pit lane. It's a very long pit lane in the French Grand Prix this evening. And where would this put him? Pretty much in last place, I believe. Evil Zook's made his pit stop as well a lap before.
I think Zook spun. Or
I think he actually pitted because it just says 1 lap on hards. So I think he made his pit stop as well.
Yeah, he has made a pit stop.
So everyone now is on the hard tyres, but we will see most of them on the mediums at the end, despite having no safety cars. The gap between first and second is still the same, roughly 4 seconds.
Oh, here goes Ivo. Gets it done.
Yeah, but and Texas comes back at the same place.
He gets the position back.
Brilliant fight between these two. I think O. Stevens got a brilliant view of these lot. Ivo is trying to do the switch back. What Texas did a few laps ago doesn't work. As Texas makes a very wide line. Made his car wide as possible. He doesn't use battery though. Texrex is not using any battery.
Here goes Ivo on the outside. Is he going to brake early? No, he's going to go for it. Late braking into turn 1. He's got it, but Texrex with the switchback doesn't have enough momentum. Ivo keeps position.
Yeah, and JV next up. Yeah, O. Stevens having a brilliant race so far, because I think with these two fighting ahead of him, they will actually burn out tyre wear more, despite being on the hard tyres. So O. Stevens can go much longer on these tyres and look after them well, and hopefully these two will actually punt each other off. From his point of view, anyway. Yeah, brilliant move from Texrex, simple around the outside. And they're letting Edzax pull away a bit now, but Edzax hasn't got any battery to defend, so they should close up a little bit despite fighting a lot. But the top the top 6 are just settling down now into their own positions. Gamer is trying to get past the Ferrari, but I don't think Mr. Merckx has actually seen him coming. He's seen him coming now as he does the switch back on him. Now he's got those hards up to temperature. So let's see where this will put him when everyone makes their mandatory pit stops. So Stevens still holds on for the DRS.
We had a flag, and that's Rackler again. He's had another spin.
Exit of turn 2. And he's behind Edzax now as with a 34.5 by Gamer Banan. So
yeah, on those new hards. So could we possibly see Gamer Banan fight for the lead?
Maybe, but we don't know how quick the mediums will be at the end of the stint. I mean, those tyres are only 2 laps old when he did that fastest lap, so the tyre warm-up is not an issue. So he's doing a brilliant race to keep that under control as Sana gets a 3-second penalty to his name. Texrex is doing a very nice comeback, but he's still got Ivo for company. And with O. Steven not far behind either, still holding on for that DRS.
Here's Gamer Banan for 13th on Humanoid. And he gets ahead.
Yeah, he doesn't fight too much. He's got no battery to play with either, so he has to just give that up. But nor has the McLaren. He's got no battery either, so but he's still making gains on the people ahead. He's got both Hasses to deal with now for P12 and 11th.
Oh, Stevens hits.
Oh.
With
yeah, 12 laps to go, and you did about 15 laps on the hard, so yeah, they should be doable. 15 laps on the hard, sorry. Now let's see where. Yeah, okay, right. I can't count apparently, but Texrex has got a penalty now. Trying to hold off Evo, and I think Evo will be delighted to see that. Hopefully they won't risk the fight too much. As Ballboy is now 7 seconds behind VIP Game MP4, but we have to see where he will eventually joins out. As O. Steven now is just ahead of Sano. So hopefully he can maintain that position, see where he comes out with the fight.
Gamer Banana.
Yep. Oh,
Oh, they
oh,
spin. They spun.
did they make contact? Or was it
Yeah,
synchronized?
there was contact. Gamer Banan went for the move. He cut the entry of the chicane. Got a bit of a bad. He ran wide on the exit and then caught JB, and then they both. Well, Gamer had a half spin. JB had a full spin.
Well, in the between that, we see a battle with the Williams and Ferrari.
Oh, again! Another penalty.
And that's by speeding in the pit lane.
Yes, that's another 5 seconds added on to his time.
And that's not going to get removed because he was speeding.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully he knows that and we won't have a repeat from 2 races ago. But yeah, we've seen him.
You know what, actually? He could actually try get it removed because we don't technically know which penalty he served. So he could still get the 5 seconds removed and say, oh, I got the penalty for obviously having that illegal overtake so-called, even though he was avoiding cars that had spun out. So he could maybe get it removed.
Well, if it was an avoidance, then probably. But it would be very unlikely because it's a 5 second. Because he has served that 5 second in the pit lane. But with the one he's got now, that can't be removed because that was his own fault. So yeah, I don't think it will get removed, but that's just my opinion. But either way, he has to deal with it now, and he's got Tex Rex behind him. That mostly on mediums now. Top 5 have not pitted. Rackler leads that train on the medium set. And when I say top 5, I mean top 3. Yeah, is he in? He's 2.4 seconds the gap to the leader when he joins. This game continues. Nice clean pit stop by the Red Bull guys. 10 laps to go. As we'll probably see more racing going on. Oh, Steven is just behind Evil Zeke. He's got those mediums up to temperature, nice and lovely. Evil Zeke has not got any battery to defend. And you know what? Evil Steven was behind Ivo and he's jumped him.
Oh yeah, he has actually.
Yeah, I'm glad I spotted that and you didn't. That's a bonus for me. So yeah, what a brilliant stop by O. Steven by putting out a very good gap to Ivo. But he needs to get this move done on Evil Zook to try and maintain that. He's still got Sano for company, which he doesn't have to pit again. He might be on the hards.
You've jinxed another driver. He's
it wasn't much of a jinx because I didn't finish my sentence, so I do think that was his fault entirely. No, I don't take any blame for that. No way. Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh, bit of contact. He gets it done though. He gets a penalty.
Oh, and Evil Zook has to cut the corner by oversteer. Evil Zook doesn't really like the Mercedes this season. They've made a lot of contact with Ballboy and this time O. Steven as well. Not really enjoying it so far. As YouTuber is in, the top 2 are in, and let's see what the gap is. It was 4.2 seconds before they all pitted. Uri takes second place.
Can Gamer? No, he won't be close enough. Rackler takes fast lap.
Yeah, he might be happy with that, but maybe at the same time really frustrated, and he takes a 3-second penalty again. So I think he's just more frustrated than anything else to get the fast lap. Sano actually pits. Must be okay. He doesn't change his front wing unless he gets a 5. Yeah, he just doesn't change the front wing. He only had 9 laps on the hards.
Maybe they weren't any good.
Maybe, but he's just lost all that position.
Gamer.
Well, I think VIP Gamers hasn't got his mediums up the temperature yet, so he's just able to pounce on him. But yeah, Sano's got a hope for a safety car now, but it's very looking unlikely. As we did pretty much predict. So I don't know if Eaglezik had a bit of a moment because he was very slow coming off that last corner before. Either way, he's lost a lot of time. But Tex Rex is still ahead of O Stevens. So I'm thinking Ivo had a little bit of a moment one of the laps because he is probably like 3 seconds behind O Steven. But Tex Rex went from one Mercedes to another. He's right behind Ballboy. Not quite in DRS zone, but surely next lap he will be. Might challenge for P6 in this race. On track, of course. Have to see what penalties line up. Only a few drivers that hasn't got any penalties, and that's YouTuber, Ivo, Edzax, and O Steven. And Ivo, of course. Yeah, I said Yuri. But I call him Yuri.
That explains it.
Yeah, but yeah. Either way, the majority of the field has got penalties, so we don't know where everyone's going to finish up this race, but it will be very, very interesting. Just over 7 laps to go, 8 laps to go. And it looks like it is all settling down for most of the field. Tex Rex is in the range though of Ballboy for 7th place.
We've got Ivor behind Duke as well.
Yeah, and he's using the battery. He's in the slipstream.
Is he going to go for it now? Switch to the outside?
So he defends it, but that's alright. He can still make it work. Yeah, I think Ivo had a bit of a tank slap in mid-corner. He had to back out. Chooses a very wide line to cut back on the exit. And he does it this time. Would he get the move down the inside? No, he doesn't.
He's going to go for it.
Ivo.
Zook leaves the space.
Ooh.
Good racing by them too. But I think Ivo's just going to get it done. They both use their battery, but Zook has nothing to use. That's an easy overtake for Ivo back into the points.
Yeah, I had a bit of a Hamilton-Alonso movement. Like, you could put a cigarette between those two. They were that close on the pit straight there. But thankfully, that no major contact has been made. So good racing between the pair of them. But Ivo needs to put his foot down to catch O Steven. Because it will be for clean position with no penalties. I think he got a warning there, though. It's VIP gamer now. I'm pretty sure that's the second penalty of this race.
I'll check. No, third penalty. It's on 9 seconds.
Jesus. Do you want to check the top 3 positions that's got penalties, which is Gamer, both Gamers and Rackler?
So Gamer has 9. So VIP has 9 seconds, and Rackler has 3 seconds.
Oh, so he might still get P4 at this race, despite spinning in the second corner. It seems like Rackler is the fastest man on track. I know he's got probably the fastest lap, but I think he's got pace overall. Oh no, I say that game has gone.
You were just proved wrong there.
Why do I get the commentators job if I can't get anything right? Why hire me?
Ivo's the quickest one actually. I think he did go purple sector 1, so we'll quickly see what lap time he sets there.
Yeah, he did set purple sector 1. He did cut a corner though, but no, he doesn't get it. But I think he's just in the day of O Steven, to be fair. And he is definitely chased down in the last lap. And O Steven's got no battery to defend either. Only a lap older tyres as well.
Yeah. Ivo can definitely go for 7th, I reckon.
Possibly. Tex Rex is not all over the back of Ballboy anymore, nearly 2 seconds to get. As Ivo has got past now. And we might have a second another rematch with Ivo and Tex Rex, but we have to wait and see. Because the gap is 4.5 seconds. So we have to wait and see what happens there. as he does put the fastest middle sector now, but I don't know if that's a glitch. And plus he hasn't got any battery, so yeah, not too sure about that. Yes.
Oh, we'll see at the end of the lap.
Yeah, as I think Gamer and Evil Zik and Scar going side by side in this last sector.
Scar gets ahead.
Yeah, Evil Zik is still trying to hang on. He's not having a good end of this race so far. There's Asano in the back of the grid, the team championship leader, is not having a very good race so far for the home team as well for Alpine. Alpine being a French team, so they're not. Even though Tech is recovering well, it's still not a very good point scores for Alpine. As Evil Zook and Leslie and Evil Zook collided.
We've improved wrong. The safety car has been brought out.
And that was Evil Zook and the Ferrari, I think.
But Ballboy can finally.
Yeah, Ballboy can get that removed then, if he makes the pit lane speed limit, of course. But if he appeals to still get it removed, then he can't because it's already been served. So this is all or nothing. It could be it's literally going to be probably a 3-lap sprint at the end. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure the whole field is going to be in the pits. We might have more penalties as well. Keep between the lines, boys. As top two, I've made it in all right. Gamer has VIP Gamer just managed in. Yep. Top 4 okay. Rackler, he gets in okay. Yep. It's like checking for your football boots when you're the referee if you got studs or not.
Textrack, no, Textrack, naughty boy.
Yeah, I think Textrax could be in trouble. Ivo.
Stays out.
Oh, he does. We'll have to see where he comes out. He won't be leading. Evil Zeke, he's fine.
Yeah, I was hoping to get a bit of revenge on him from Baku when he got me a penalty with the pit lane.
But this still could be a very smart play for O'Steven because he hasn't got any penalties.
Uno stays out.
I mean, it brings Sano back in the game massively. So
I wonder if O'Steven's gonna play the team game here for Ballboy. But Ballboy, I think he lost a position. I think it was just one position he lost in the pit lane, which is to Textrax.
Yeah, but Textrax might get... Is it up to 10 seconds maybe penalty for cutting that line? Or even touching it?
5 seconds.
5 seconds, so that could be on the cusp after this race, of course. It will be discussed after the race. But yeah, Ballboy has got no excuses now. He should get this done on a track. I'm only saying excuses because he has been, every race he has been talked about the last few races, but hopefully this race he will actually get a clean sweep of just having a normal race. Well, end of the race now, as we're going to lap 4.
I wonder if Yuri will be able to have a proper challenge at Geist now, since he's back within, because he's within now, and I think when the stage car comes in, we'll probably have 3 laps of racing, I think, which will have 1 lap of DRS.
Maybe, but I know they were matching lap times, but YouTube was not using any overtake. And Uri was, so I'm not too sure. He might just hang on, but I'm not sure he's going to go for the move. But I like to be proved wrong, especially when it comes to this stage of the race. So hopefully we will get a fight. Speaking of fights, I think we might see a massive pile up at some point. Probably it's either the first corner at the restart or last sector, last lap. That's my predictions.
I think it's gonna. I think it's gonna be within the first sector once we get back to racing.
But the thing is, though, VIP Gamer, he doesn't want to hang around because he is on the sauce, but he has got 3 seconds.
9 seconds.
No, he's got 9 seconds.
Yeah, 9 seconds.
and Gamer behind O'Steven, he's got penalties as well, so does Rackler. So O'Steven has got a very good shot of a podium here, but he has got very old medium tyres. Is it
If anything,
doable?
Edzak and Ballboy have the golden ticket at the moment.
That's very true, but I don't know who's going to come out on top podium-wise. I don't think O'Steven will fight too much, but I think when he sees that a podium involved, I think he will fight it off. If they got penalties or not. Either way, VIP Gamer does not want to take any risk. He needs to go for it like it's a race win. Otherwise, that's his podium out.
I don't think this stage car is going to be in because Neil Sana's he's quite far, and I don't think he'll catch up in time.
And he's just pitted as well. He's got no lap tyres, so he's just made that pit stop. It might make it. It depends how slow the safety car will be in the last sector. Because Sano is not hanging around, clearly, because he's using an overtake. Which, the time you get to the back of the pack, your tyres might be worn out of their best, so there's no point pushing this hard, if I'm brutally honest.
I mean, he'll catch up probably by the end of the lap, but I don't think the stage car will come in time.
And it's still... Safety car does stay out for another lap, so we will get 2 laps of racing, so no DRS from now to the end of this race, which helps O'Steven still even more, because VIP Gamer needs to get... Oh yeah, I forgot he's on 9 seconds, so it doesn't really matter now, unless O'Steven has a collision. But even so, I think... I don't want to jinx it. I think he might have a podium.
I don't think O'Steven will be quick enough.
With 2 laps to go.
Yeah, but on 10-lap-old mediums against brand new softs, plus he's got to deal with Gamer, Rackler, Edzak, everyone behind him, or on a brand new set of softs.
I think he's going to
be at least 2 seconds slower, I'd say.
Yeah, and plus Ivo is, well, I know he's a few more positions behind, but I don't think that doesn't mean he's out of the question yet. But Ivo will probably be sending it for the last 2 laps. He's down in P10, he did take part in the sprint, and he finished P2, started P2 at the race, so he knows he's got more to give. Yeah, he's got penalties to help him, but he's looking at P5 or probably P6 at the minute, which I don't think he'd be happy with. But
no.
This is literally anyone's games. I think the top 2 will stay if it is, but podium is up for the question here.
Yeah. That's if the top 2 don't collide or anything, which you never know.
Well, yeah, you definitely can't, you never know. You could be the best of the rest and you still end up collided with someone or making a mistake, so we have to wait and see as the safety car, no surprisingly, comes in with 2 laps to go as YouTuber backs the pack up very early.
Don't forget that YouTube won last week, and that was his debut race, so he's trying to make it 100% win rate in FRL.
Yeah, he's making a statement here in F2. Well, we have to wait and see, but all eyes will be on the podium, especially this man, O'Steven. But he's got so many hungry drivers on fresh softs behind him. But let's see where your eye goes. Does he go early? Does he go late? We'll find out with 2 laps to go. It looks like he's gone now. Yeah, the safety car comes in and he's off.
Nilsson has lost his front wing.
That's unfortunate. He is in last place. I think he may collide with someone. But here we go back to... Oh,